UAlbany Great Danes men's basketball coach Will Brown joins us. Big game tonight against Stony Brook. The longest win streak in the nation hopefully comes to an end. How do you beat Stony Brook tonight, Coach?
Well, you got to find ways to score the ball. I think they're really good defensively, and they're outstanding on the glass, so they're only going to give you one opportunity. I think it's important for us to get stops on the defensive end because I do think we can get out in transition and get some easy baskets that way. But we have to score the basketball. And then, the other thing is, the big fellow, Warney's going to get his points. We just have to make him work as much as possible. And, when that shot goes up, we got to rebound the ball. We get out-rebounded by 13 in the second half of that game down there. And that really led to our downfall. So, I think our guys are anxious and excited to play. I think this is going to come down to what team makes more toughness plays.
Coach, you guys, it could be argued you guys should have won that game in Long Island a couple weeks ago. You guys were up with 40 seconds to play before losing. Does that give you guys a lot of confidence, though, going into this game, knowing you guys had a chance to beat them the last time?
Well, our guys, I think, are confident and looking forward to the game. If you ask our guys, being up one with 40 seconds to go, and then being in a situation where we gave up 2 missed free throw rebounds in the final 30 seconds of the game, I think for 39 minutes our guys felt that they executed the game plan and put themselves in a position to win. And honestly, they probably feel they should have won. And it was a crazy environment. It was an ESPNU game. They were sold out down there. And I thought our guys handled that really well. So I'm really looking forward to see how we play today. I mean, Stony Brook's got the longest winning streak in Division I basketball right now. They've got the Player of the Year in our league, and they're undefeated in our league. So it's going to be a great test for us. These games seem to come down to possessions when we play them. So I think if we can put ourselves in a situation on that final under 4 media timeout in the second half, we're in striking distance, I'm hoping the outcome will be a little different.
Coach Will Brown joining us, a rare game day interview. We appreciate the time here on 104.5 The Team. Got to ask about Joe Cremo. Are you shocked on what Cremo has brought to the team so fast?
I'm not shocked because, I always felt Joe was good enough and talented enough and competitive enough to help us right away. I just didn't know where the minutes would come from. We returned our 3 starting perimeter players. And then the other thing is I didn't know that Joe was going to be that good in practice on a consistent basis as far as, his energy, his effort. Let's face it, college basketball season is a long one. It's a grind. Most kids have days where they just coast through practice at some point in time, whether they're not feeling well, energy's low. Joe's been one of those guys that he treats practice like it's a game. So you get maximum effort every single day, and I think that has helped him. I think that's rubbed off on his team. And, playing just about 20 minutes a game and getting 10 points a game and doing a lot of other things, he's been crucial to our success. And then I think defensively was potentially my other concern, not because he couldn't defend, but because at Scotia they played a ton of 3-2 zone. They did match up out of it a little bit, but I didn't know how he was going to defend the more athletic perimeter guys, the quicker guys out on the perimeter, and he's done a really good job. So I'm happy for him because I'm a firm believer. Anybody that puts in the time like he does should be rewarded with some success, and he has been successful, and in return it's helped us have a pretty good year up to this point.
Coach, big game for you guys on the floor, but also in the community, this is a big game for you guys as well. You guys are trying to raise some money for cystic fibrosis tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of our fans and alums and a friend of ours, Brian Fessler, approached me a couple of years ago with the Coaches Cure initiative to raise money and awareness for cystic fibrosis. It's something we've done for a couple of years now. It's something we enjoy doing. I think we have a responsibility whenever we can, and we have the platform. If we can help organizations like this, and I think not only the organization, but so many people that have cystic fibrosis, whatever we can do, I think we have an obligation and a responsibility to do so. So it's something that we enjoy. I'm just hoping that, the crowd that we have tonight, we're expecting to be a big crowd, can really help, again, raise some money. There's some silent auction items that'll be available to bid on, and it's just a great event. And I'm just hoping. I got a feeling my wife's going to bid on everything because she did last year, and I know we won a few items, which I'm happy about because we helped raise money. I'm just hoping instead of bidding on 10 items, maybe my wife can bid on like 8 this year. But it's all good, and I'm excited about that as well. Obviously, big game. But, the cystic fibrosis, event going on tonight, I think is just as important as the game.
Will Brown joining us as they prepare to take on Stony Brook. As you said, the longest winning streak going on into this game. Hopefully it ends tonight. But, Coach, let's get into it, man. Ronda Rousey, what do you say to her right now to get her head back in the game as far as UFC goes?
I think she still got hit one too many times in that fight. I saw something... I think yesterday, and it's sad. I saw something she had mentioned, suicide, and then she had mentioned all these different things. But I will say this. I think in that game, you either got to be a fighter or do your movies. It's hard to do both, What is she now? She's going to be on the cover of, or she's going to be in
body painting,
swimsuit edition or the body painting. So many things going on, but you can't blame somebody for capitalizing on all that money she's making right now. But I still think she'll win. I do think she'll win the rematch, though.
Which fight are you looking forward to most in 196? McGregor versus Dos Anjos, or Holm taking on Tate? Tate.
Holm versus Tate. Colin, how many times is Tate going to get beat in a title fight? It's worse than Uriah Faber. You got to go with McGregor. He's nobody's better than him. I can listen to his press conferences all day. I get a kick out of him. He said after he knocks out Dos Anjos, he's going to go up and knock out Lawler. He's going to go up another weight division. I think he's nuts if he thinks he's going to go in there and knock out Lawler. I think he's going to struggle with Dos Anjos because I think Dos Anjos is going to take him down to the ground early. But I'll still go with McGregor via knockout.
Coach, we went to the Super Bowl and we talked to all these UFC guys, and Levac's trying to get me into the sport, and I've been hesitant. I know almost everything there is to know about.
We talked to Lawler, as a matter of fact.
I know almost everything there is to know about your team and nothing about the UFC. So tell me why I should go all the way and just dive right into this sport.
Well, pro wrestling's fake, boxing's a joke, and what else is there? The good thing about the UFC is that any second at any point in the fight, somebody can get knocked out. When you get two guys out there slugging it out, or you get conflicting styles, it's just, to me, it's just fun to watch. I don't know what would possess anybody to do that for a living. And B, as much as they're skilled, it's entertainment, as well. I'm not doing it justice the way I'm explaining it, and I'm not sure there's too many college basketball coaches out there that are UFC fans, so I'm probably one of the very few out there of the minority, but I just think it's constant action. When you have, if you are not a UFC fan or you really haven't watched it much, don't watch it until McGregor fights.
There you go.
Go watch his press conferences. You can go on YouTube, I'm sure, and watch his press conferences, and then watch him fight, and you'll become a UFC fan. Don't go watch Rousey or an Holm fight. Watch McGregor fight, and I genuinely think that you'll like the sport.
Coach, is McGregor a guy you would have come give a pep talk to your team?
No doubt. I think it would be comical, intriguing, very interesting, and just a lot of fun, in general. I think he has guys beat before he even steps in the cage. I think that's what I like. I forget which pay-per-view event it was, but they had all the big fighters on that card at the press conference. And I think he called out every single one of them in about a minute or two span. He wasn't worried about the guy he was fighting. He already had that guy beat mentally. He was picking on Cerrone. He was picking on all these other guys. So he just and he's raising a ton of. I mean, the money that he's generating for the UFC and the money that he's putting in his pockets. I mean, talk about being good for business.
Coach, all you got to do to prove to Brady how much you love the UFC is just show him your cable bill, right?
No, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, my wife's not a big fan of the UFC just because of the cable bill, but that's another story. And she doesn't like it when I have my older guy watching the fights with me. The little guy, he's in bed by that point in time. But it's all good. It could be worse things. I could be watching, I guess.
That's always true. Coach, good luck tonight against Stony Brook. Hopefully you take these guys.
There's a game tonight. I thought this was like the UFC hour, on radio. I didn't know I didn't know there was a game tonight.
Coach, I knew that if I didn't jump to UFC soon, you were going to for me. So I had to be ready and go before you.
No doubt about it. There's lucky there's not a big card tonight. If McGregor was fighting tonight, I'm not sure I'd go to the game tonight.
Coach, you guys would play as fast as you could. We're going to run the clock, guys. Run the clock.
Absolutely, guys. Take the shot clock violation, give them the ball, let them score, take another shot clock violation, no fouls, not calling any timeouts. I got to be in my living room by 10 p.m.
Coach, I got to ask you this. I don't even know if you remember this, but I am the guy who's on the floor at every media timeout running the Encore promotions. How distracting am I to you?
You're not distracting to me, but I do have an issue because I almost got hit in the head with a T-shirt that was shot out of a gun.
That is not me doing that.
Home game. I mean, I think on the first coat, I had to duck, otherwise I was taking one in the temple.
That is not me doing that.
See, there's typical Brady.
You're back in my good graces now.
All right, good.
Coach, Brady's actually tall enough to play for you. If he shot, you'd have to you'd be standing on something for him to hit you in the head.
Well, I was thinking about wearing one of our football helmets to the next game, but I feel better now that Brady's not shooting that T-shirt.
That's not me.
Nope. Perfect. Coach, good luck tonight and take down Stony Brook for us, and we look forward to talking to you in the future.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.